Today, I'm going to be getting myself to farming 60. So as you may already know, I have started a farming series about a couple months ago where I go from farming 42 all the way to farming 60. The main goal of the series is going for max farming fortune, of course, but the main milestone was to get to farming 60 and then I would stop farming until a very long time, right? Well, we are at that point of getting to farming 60 now. I am at farming 55, 133% of the way there to farming 56, which means if I get a gold medal from a collection that is different than sugarcane, potato, carrot, mushroom, or wheat, I will get the farming 56 instantly. Now, in the previous episodes, there was this goal of like getting enough XP for farming 55 or like getting enough XP for farming 50 or whatever. Today, we're not going to be getting enough XP. I'm just going to be getting farming 60 in general. So not only enough XP, but also enough gold medals to get farming 60. Now, another goal that I have for farming is going to be garden 15 because I'm already garden 14 and a half from all of the grinding that I've done so far in the series. Another thing that I want to mention is that during the series, I use this stopwatch that just tracks how much time it takes for me to get to different stages of farming in Hypixel Skyblock. We are now sitting at 2 days, 5 hours, and 48 minutes. That is somewhere around like 54 hours almost. And I'm going to be running it as soon as I start farming. So we will be starting this and just stopping it whenever we're done. I will be also running the stopwatch while I'm doing the visitors, so this will also be counted towards the progress that I make during my farming journey. But anyways, we have built the super farm last episode, and I have actually added lane switches for the mushroom farm, which if you have watched that video of super farm 7.0, you would know that this is almost an impossible task, and it was like extremely difficult to get it right, because in the video where it shows how to build that, there's a lot of cuts and it's just like so difficult to get. But anyways, we finally got it, and it's right here, it's ready to go. For the nether wart farm, which is something else I'm going to focus on, that is another goal for this episode, is to get the Newton nether wart hoe completely maxed out, because we got every other hoe maxed out except for the Newton nether wart hoe. Obviously, the pumpkin dicer will also be maxed out, but that's just crafting it. It's not that big of a deal. But with the new nether warts hoe, we need to get the counter to 10 mil as well as upgrade the hoe using crafts. But anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build some lane switches for the nether wart farm here, and then we will get to farming. Enough jibber jabber, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. So that's what I did. I added some lane switches and started farming some nether warts in order to get a gold medal and also level up the new nether warts hoe a little bit. And I farmed for 3 hours until I realized this. I don't have any problems with the farm so far. The only problem I had was the fact that I farmed 6 million nether warts without putting cultivating on the hoe. That's painful, alright? That is very painful, but there is some good news. I got a very rare item, which I'll go over in a second, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and sell some of the items that I got from Pez, like sugarcane, cactus, you know, things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and sell those because we're gonna need the money to buy the cultivating book and put it on the hoe finally. So yeah, 5.8 mil gone, and then we also need harvesting 6 on this, if I can find it. That one's only 1 mil. I'm gonna put up a buy order to see if it fills. I don't have enough coins for that, it seems like. But anyway, there's also dedication 3 that we need on this hoe. I might be able to get that just from copper. Beth showed up. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, she's offering 105,000 farming XP. That's nice. But anyway, I'm gonna go over to the desk and go to Sky Mart, farming essentials, and get 4 dedication 1 books. Let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so there we go. Okay, so dedication 3 on that. The main thing right now is to put the cultivating on this, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so cultivating 1. I think by the time I'm done with this, I will be cultivating 8. The good news that I mentioned in the beginning of the update, though, is the fact that I got an overgrown grass from one of the visitors. I got it from Fragilis. You guys can probably get it from literally anyone else. It has a 0.1% chance of dropping from any of the visitors, and that means 1 in 1,000 chance, which is about where I'm at. I have like 1,000 visitors right now. Yeah, 1,061. So it was about time to drop an overgrown grass, and I finally got it. Probably gonna sell that and like insta sell it and just use the money on getting myself the fermento artifact. I'm also gonna sell all these fermentos to the NPC or the bazaar, whichever one, you know, gives me more money. Okay, so 40 mil from overgrown grass. If I search for fermento artifact, hopefully it is not too expensive. I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that I don't have this in my accessory bag already, because if I do, that will be embarrassing. Okay, so I do actually have it, so I'm not gonna spend any money on that. I'm not gonna sell the pumpkins because I think we are going to need the polished pumpkins for the pumpkin dicer 3.0, but we'll see how that goes. I have 44 million coins to spend right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend it on something because I just have to spend my money somehow. And so that's what I did. I decided to spend some of the money on some mutant nether warts to get the tier 3 nether wart hoe, and that's actually gonna get it to epic. I needed to get it to 10 million counter to get it to legendary, and I did that. I basically got the gold medal for the nether warts and got it to 10 million counter, so it was at the maximum tier of legendary. And then I also got a bunch of polished pumpkins, 48 polished pumpkins to be exact, to get myself a pumpkin dicer 3.0 for the pumpkin gold medal whenever I go for it, right? The rest of the money, I also spent the rest of the money on a perfect peridot, and I also had another perfect peridot sitting in my ender chest, so I used the two and got myself a fermento helmet with both gemstone slots filled with perfect gems. So my fermento helmet was pretty much maxed out except for maybe Pest Terminator 6. And then after this, the next gold medal was cocoa beans. With cocoa beans, I did make a mistake, which I'll just let you guys watch. Now, I was farming them with this. Now this has cultivating 6, sunder 6, turbo cocoa 5. It's missing dedication 3, like gemstone slots and a recombobulator. But can you guys guess what else it's missing? Well, the thing that it was missing is replenish. Yeah, that's right. So I didn't put replenish on the cocoa chopper. That means the whole farm is gone. Like, I have to replant the whole thing if I want to farm it again. That's the bad news. The good news though is that I don't have to touch cocoa beans until I go for milestone 46. And the reason for that is because I got a diamond in cocoa beans contest. Now, granted, again, I used not even like a halfway maxed out cocoa chopper and I got diamond. I even went beyond diamond and placed in the top 1% of people going for cocoa beans. I think cocoa beans is just something that people don't go for, so it's like very easy to get gold in or to get even diamond in. So yeah, cocoa beans ended up being a really easy gold medal to get, really easy diamond medal to get actually. As you guys saw, I didn't have any upgrades in the cocoa chopper either, so it was actually pretty surprising that I got diamond. Not having a replenish sucked obviously, but again, like I got a diamond in it. I don't have to touch it until I go for milestone 46, so I guess it's fine. As you guys can see on the stopwatch, 4 hours has passed and I did not spend 4 hours just farming cocoa beans. Most of the time was spent on farming mushrooms and getting enough XP for the next level, so that when I get the farming cap from Anita, I instantly level up on my farming level. I just didn't want to show it in the video because I thought it would be boring. It's just me farming mushrooms with a rabbit pet, and I would go through the mushroom farm 1.5 times because that's how long it would take for all the 5 visitors to spawn in. Then I would take care of the visitors and then I would rinse and repeat. And I missed out on a lot of money just using the rabbit pet and not the mushroom cow pet. Cocoa beans contest got me to farming 57, and for getting farming 58 I was going to go for cactus. Cactus, melons, and pumpkins were the only contests that I didn't have a gold medal in. Cactus also ended up being really easy, by the way. I did not even have lane switches on my cactus farm. When I got to the end of the lane, I would just fall off, catch myself, fly to the next lane, and that will be my lane switch for the cactus farm. And I used a very basic like cactus knife. I did not have any upgrades on it whatsoever. Like I had at least a sunder 6 on the cocoa beans chopper, but on the cactus knife I did not even have harvesting on it. It was just like efficiency 5 cactus knife, and I somehow got a platinum medal in that contest as well. So yeah, that one was also pretty easy, which left me with a pumpkin gold medal and a melon gold medal to get. Okay, so here we are with another update, and I know I said I will update you guys whenever I get enough XP for farming 60. Here we are. I have like 273.8% farming XP for farming 58, which means that I have enough for farming 58 and farming 59 and like half of farming 60. So I need like 40 percentage points more in order to get this to farming 60. But anyways, I didn't even have any fortune enchants or fortune boosts on this tool and I got a gold medal. So I'm assuming assuming that that's going to be the case for pumpkin as well, because pumpkin isn't a very popular contest, I would say. It used to make a lot of money. I don't know about now though. But anyways, I'm gonna try to get the pumpkin contest done as well. And yeah, that is another gold medal that we got, and I can get farming 58 if I just grab my Jacob's tickets. So yeah, let's do that. Boom. All right, farming 58 and level 244. That is very nice. And then farming 59 again. I need to get pumpkin. But anyhow, there's another thing that I wanted to mention. I got these 4 recombobulators for these 4 equipment pieces that I need to recombobulate. So let's go ahead and do that before I forget. All right, there we go. They are all recombobulated now. Let's go back to the garden. Oh, also another thing. So the mushroom cow bed, remember how I said the mushroom cow needs to be at level 100? Well, it is at level 100 now. So I would say it's a good time to buy a green bandana for that thing. And then let's just put it on here. Yes, confirm. Boom. All right, so now this thing has the green bandana, and considering that I'm already max garden, this is going to give me the maximum amount of farming fortune needed. So 170 farming fortune, and then I get 0.7 farming fortune per every 20 strength. So I'm actually also going to use this thing and just empty my vacuum bag to get 200 extra farming fortune for the melon contest. I might actually do it for the pumpkin contest as well, just because I really want to make sure that I get gold and not have to do it again. So let's just go ahead and get that. Alright, so there we go. So in exchange for 40 pests, I've given you 200 farming fortune for the next 30 minutes. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a gold in the pumpkin contest, and I will be back. Okay, there it is. We are pretty much done with pumpkin. So as you can see, you placed in the gold bracket in pumpkins. So it turns out I actually did need the extra perk from the NPC Philip to empty my pests and get 200 extra farming fortune, because I barely even got the gold. You know, at first I wasn't even getting the gold because my speed on my boots were set to 232, which is what you need for mushrooms, and I changed those back to 255, which is what you need for pumpkins or melons. But anyway, I got the gold. That's all that matters. I'm gonna stop yapping, and I'm gonna use the gold medal to get another farming cap level. Jacob's tickets are all done, so let's get the gold medal, and boom, there we go, farming 59. Now we are 65% of the way there to farming 60, which is pretty nice. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add lane switches to the melon farm. I might go ahead and upgrade my melon dicer just a little bit more, maybe get flawless gems on there, and then get dedication 3 as well as turbo melon 5, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I just wanted to update you guys on the contest right now. I'm actually doing the contest, and there's 2 minutes left, and I'm in the diamond bracket. So how I did this was I had a bunch of earthworms that spawned in my garden. So I had like 6 earthworms that spawned in. I collected those, and then I collected the 6 earthworms that were in my pest traps. So that's 12 already. And then I started farming. As soon as I started farming, I just gotta pray to RNG's drop. So that's probably why I'm in diamond bracket right now. Oh, and in the middle of it, like, pests obviously spawned in as I was farming, right? All of those pests also happen to be earthworms, so that also helped a lot. And as you can see, I'm at 2.4 million crops collected, and I'm 250k over platinum. I don't think I'm gonna lose diamond within 1 minute. So yeah, even if I stop farming right now, I'll probably be fine. But anyhow, I actually ended up getting diamond in the contest that I thought would be the most difficult, which is kind of ironic. But anyways, once this is done, I'm probably going to go ahead and just grind the XP that's needed, because as you can see on the bottom of the screen, I'm only 69% of the way there to farming 60. So we'll be farming more mushrooms after this to get more XP, and then we'll be pretty much done with the series. So yeah, let's just go ahead and finish this up. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 0. Okay, it is complete. So I have gotten every single crop completely maxed out. As you can see, you placed in the diamond bracket in the melon contest. Absolutely amazing. I also had 1652 farming fortune, technically 1452 because 200 of it was from this guy named Philip. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and collect my diamond medal, and there we go. And yeah, so all I need now is 500 Jacob's tickets, which I'm just gonna insta buy that because I'm very impatient right now. Alright, there we go, and boom. Okay, so another farming cap level, and yeah, once I'm done with the XP, we are done with this series. So let's go ahead and farm some mushrooms. And yeah, so at this point I had all of the goals of the episode pretty much done. I had all the gold medals, I had the Newton Nether wart so to its maximum tier, I had Garden 15, and all I had left was just to get enough XP for farming 60. I even upgraded my mushroom cow pet to level 100, which was another goal that I ended up setting in the middle of the episode. But anyways, now it was just a matter of farming just 2 or 3 more hours of mushrooms to get enough XP for farming 60. So I did that until I got this. 4 enchanted cookies, boom, and let's do it. There we go. All right, farming 60 complete. I'm gonna go ahead and and yeah, as you guys saw, I basically got farming 60. So the reason why I wasn't too excited about it in the clip is because I've been farming for so many hours at that point. I was so tired. I was just happy that it's done. But I actually got farming 60. I got maxed farming in Hypixel Skyblock, which is a crazy feat. Now at this point, I could enable the emblem that's for like farming 60, and that would fit my name a lot better because Farmer Warden. I think that from now on, I'm going to focus on the Warden part of my name a little bit more. I've neglected combat for the longest time, so I think I'm going to just use mining and farming just to make money and use the money on some combat related tasks like doing dungeons, doing slayers and things like that. But anyways, if you guys have watched this until the very end, make sure to like and subscribe. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're at 6,500 right now. Appreciate you guys for the support, but let's get to 10K as quickly as possible. And thanks for watching again. I will see you in the next series.